I have great news for you guys, because this game here does not support HDR, and this is fantastic because that means I don't need to record this video in HDR. I can stick to SDR. It's so much easier, especially with YouTube, okay? So I'm glad actually it turned out like that. And I just wish that we have more games not supporting HDR in 2024. Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Of course I'm not happy. I'm absolutely not happy that we have another AAA game. Yeah, in my opinion that's a AAA game. We have another AAA game with Unreal Engine 5 and no HDR support. Hey, surprise! What is going on actually here? So, I mean, we don't bother too much about this issue because there's nothing what we can do, okay? I tested the PlayStation 5 version, I tested the PC version, I haven't tested Auto HDR and I haven't tested Nvidia's RTX HDR. But even Auto HDR or Nvidia's RTX is working. That doesn't mean we have native HDR support. Okay, so again, in 2024, from a AAA game, I'm expecting HDR. But I would say enough with complaining. Let's talk about the only picture option what we have left in the game, SDR. And I'm very happy that we have SDR because otherwise we wouldn't have a picture at all. You get my point, okay? Anyway, so I was actually hoping, or I was in the impression, or I don't know. So usually SDR is always spot on, okay? So if you have a game with a terrible HDR implementation, and we have seen many, and we switch to SDR, everything is fine in regards of the black level floor, in regards of colors, and in regards of almost everything, okay? So don't get me wrong. A proper HDR implementation is always better than SDR, okay? But in this case here, we don't have HDR at all. So the only thing what we can use, the only picture option what we can use is SDR. But unfortunately, even the SDR picture is crap. And when I say crap, I mean crap. SDR looks absolutely terrible out of the box because we have actually SDR black level rays with the standard brightness setting set to 50. So that's the factory setting, okay? So we have terrible black level rays in SDR. I don't know, the last game I have seen something similar like that was Starfield. So maybe the same, you know, art design. I don't know, to be very honest. Anyway, let me make one thing very clear. Even you reduce the brightness setting in the game to 0, you will never reach 0 nits in this game because there is no 0 nits, at least not where I tested the game. So you will always have SDR black level rays. And this is absolutely annoying because we learned something from this channel here, that there is nothing more important than have a perfect black level floor, because this is where it starts. That's where the picture starts. You know, if you have an elevated black level floor, the whole picture is already ruined. That's my opinion. That's not just my opinion. That's a fact that's the fact. Full stop. Okay. So that's a problem already. So, and of course now we say, oh, just reduce the brightness to 0 and you have a much better contrast, a much better dynamic range. But it's not that simple, because if you reduce now the brightness to 0, you will also lose a lot of details in the darker, no stop, not darker areas, because it's in the foggy areas. Okay, let's call it foggy areas. Because that's how it is. That's how SDR is mastered. That's how SDR is designed in this game, okay? So there is not much what you can do about this SDR black level rays. The only thing what you can do is actually more or less follow the instruction on the screen and see if you can find the sweet spot between a better black level floor and still remaining or still seeing a lot of details in foggy areas. And now, of course, I know you like to hear some recommendations in regards of the brightness setting. So the only recommendation what I can give to you is, when I tested the PlayStation 5 version and the PC version on my LG G2, which is fully calibrated and has no issues with showing black or showing 0 nits, I found the sweet spot is between 20 and 25. That doesn't mean that picture is perfect after that. No, it's not possible in this game, because how SDR is mastered, how SDR is actually designed in this game, it is not possible to have a perfect SDR picture in this game. Okay, my friends, so that's it for this very disappointing video in my opinion. So not disappointing video, but the topic is disappointing. What I will do is I will play a little bit around with Auto HDR, and I will also play around with Nvidia's RTX HDR. And also I'm planning to do a video about the image quality in this game, because image quality is terrible. So it's even worse on the PlayStation 5, obviously, okay? So I tested the game here on my PC on our 4080, and it's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful looking game, but the image quality, and that's a different story too, you have a lot of details and the textures looking great and stuff like that. And image quality is something separate, okay? So the image quality is not good, in my opinion. So, and it's even worse on the PlayStation 5 version. And I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. So the whole picture on the PlayStation 5 is washed out. You have the upscaler, whatever they're using, FSR 0.01. I don't know, but it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And in my opinion, there's just one graphic mode on the PlayStation 5 usable at the moment. That's the performance mode, okay? So, but that's a separate video. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this game so far. I mean, gameplay wise, it's good. I can't complain, okay? But image quality wise, no HDR, terrible SDR picture. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And yeah, thank you very much for watching me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.